welcome back to the most long-awaited Resonance episode that there has ever been. There's a guest that we've been talking about for a while now. We've been we've been talking about his presence coming on to the podcast
and
the show.
The one who left us for a wedding ceremony.
He couldn't show up to his original. He was supposed to be episode 4, was it? Episode 3. He couldn't show up to that one, so now we got him on. He's here for episode 5, and his name is Jaskarn.
Hi, Jaskarn.
And we're gonna reveal him now.
Yeah. Okay.
Say hello to the Resonance world. To the
hello
audience.
Hello.
Kind of introduced by him already, so I'm Jaskarn. So I'm 16. Going to be a
junior.
Yeah. I almost thought I was a sophomore first.
It's been a while since he's been in front of people.
Yeah. So kind of involved in forensics and MEN at school, and then other than school, I'm in a non-profit organization. Just help out a little bit for the community. Oh, sorry, my bad. Just helping out.
He's like, I'm being interrogated.
Just helping out in the community, and then
helping out in the community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, society has to be a good place for future generations.
Like my brother.
Yeah, brother. Okay, that was But yeah. So I also do a sick martial arts, but haven't done enough.
You do martial arts?
Sick martial arts.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that last year.
Yeah.
So what does that include?
So you're saying you could whoop my ass? Is what you're saying?
Maybe. You're like 6'5" something. Well, maybe not. 10 inches taller than me, if you guys didn't know. But yeah.
So what does that martial arts incorporate?
It's like sword training kind of, because it's like.
Oh, I know.
It's not modern martial arts. It's more of keep the ancient
culture
way. Yeah, the cultural way, the religious way.
So you're like similar to fencing.
Kind of, yeah, but it's like actual sword fighting, and you get no padding or anything, like how fencing does. You get a shield and a sword, and you go at it.
Any punching you have to learn? Kicks?
I mean, if you drop your sword, I guess. You just go for it.
Taco.
Just go for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you just grab a sword and then a shield and just go for it.
Right.
There's like different tactics, though. Yeah.
So you kind of introduce yourself. Moving on, we're going to talk to you about like some hobby. We kind of do an interview with all our guests. So, basically, I know you went to Old River Elementary School.
No, University.
Buena Vista Elementary School.
Yeah.
So how was that?
It was okay, cause like, it was all full of white people.
Really?
And yeah, they were mostly annoying.
And not that you have anything against white people.
No.
Those
Obviously,
particular.
it's just less racial
Diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
It was just like you couldn't fit in well. It was either you have to blend with the white people, white culture. You couldn't stand out that much, right? But it was still fun. It was a good thing, but
You enjoyed it. And
yeah.
I met you in you went to Warren Junior High. That's right. Do you remember
That's
how we
where
met?
Yeah, he sat next to me in Bowden's class, right?
Yeah.
English. Yeah.
And I would always put that on my essays, and he would always point them out. So
He's put like that. You know, like a lot of
Did
times
did we have the same English period? I know we had
We were
two
all in the
English
same
classes,
English,
right?
yeah.
So he was in the one with
he was in our.
literally every single brown
Because
kid at Warren was in that class.
I think the
My God.
class, like we started off, like towards the end of the year we were in groups, and then in the beginning we were in rows, right?
Oh
So we were
yeah.
in rows. We corrected the person to our every 2 rows you connected you.
How do you still
corrected the
remember
person.
this? Like I don't.
Bro, it was a
I don't know how I met him though.
Yeah,
I met him through me.
It just happened.
No, because I remember like we weren't that close in Warren. I barely even knew you. I didn't even know you.
Yeah.
I didn't know his name. I just knew he wore shorts all the time. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. That's exactly what I knew
No,
about.
I
Like that.
I remember like
met
he
him
always
in high
corrected
school,
his
yeah.
papers, and then like he just I don't know if it was like him, but he always wrote like there's a lot of times in writing where you write that, but you don't really need it.
Yeah.
So he had a little every
Yeah.
single sentence I would just remove.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little problem with that.
With that.
Yeah.
Actually, literally that.
Yeah.
And then every single time we saw each other like passing like periods, it would just like meet again.
Yeah.
I didn't know you that well at all in junior high, but then high school and then
You were
now,
still getting used
now
to
we're
the-
now we're like this, bro.
High school just like happened to be forensics. Cause I got put in some random English class, right? So I switched over to Allburger, and then it changed my schedule, and I was able to get forensics.
Yeah, I think in middle school, Mukul was worried about the Reagan kids.
Oh yeah, bro. You Reagan kids.
Acclimating to that.
Yeah, the Indian Reagan kids, bro.
So, you kind of talked about forensics. So, would you say, what do you do in forensics and stuff?
I mainly do Congress. I used to do policy. I didn't like it that much, kind of.
Same.
But Congress is nice. Congress is fun because like you get to do your own, and it's not like you're stuck to one. You have to do 12 different speeches. So like
so they're very like varied and just like on cuff.
You need to know all your stuff, so it's like I like it more.
Yeah. You enjoy Congress a lot more. Would you ever go back into debate?
I mean, Congress is debate, but policy.
Like hardcore
I'm
debate.
sure there's like a debate factor in Congress, but it's not like debate.
Yeah. Policy, I would. Like, there's a 10% chance I would go back.
10%. That's greater than me, so.
Yeah.
Public forum, anything else?
No, I would never do public forum.
You don't want to mess with
No.
Yeah. So you say forensics is one of your hobbies. Do you have any other hobbies besides driving?
I used to play basketball, actually. Surprising, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I broke my knee in 6th grade. I broke my knee 2 times.
Okay.
Let's
go into that. Let's go into
wait. So, okay, yeah. So you broke. I know you broke in quarantine.
Yeah.
Or just something.
Let's start with the first one.
Okay.
I don't know about the first one. Yeah.
I'll tell the full story.
I remember you were telling me this more.
Okay, so it's 6th grade, right? It's towards the end of the year. I'd say it was April. Just standing there. We have a sub, right? So everyone's just messing around. There was this kid. He was running around chasing this other kid, right?
Yeah.
Happened to jump over the table and land on my knee, right?
Oh. So he RKO'd you.
Yeah, he basically KO'd my knee. And it was horrible. I was just like laying there holding my knee, and everyone was just like,
why did you use your martial arts skills?
I'm dead on the floor, basically. Half dead, kind of. But it hurt a lot. And then I ended up going to the doctor. It was the end of the day, so either way, like I had to wait like 10 minutes.
You get an X-ray?
Yeah.
And then you broke
it. For the X-ray, I had to wait like an hour.
So go into that.
It's medical, you know?
Because I remember, I'm not going to say who, but I was playing basketball, right? And then at Reagan, I heard like this is the thing at all elementary schools.
Yeah.
Like, in general, they don't maintain the concrete very well.
They don't maintain that many things.
Nothing is maintained. So, especially at Reagan, there were cracks everywhere. They fixed them because they were becoming a huge hazard. But so we were all chasing after the ball, and then the kid behind me, who I know very well, he tripped on the cracks and he fell on me, and the person behind him fell on him. So they all fell on me, and I fell on my arm.
Yeah.
I fractured my wrist.
I've never broken anything. I've never broken anything. I think I've had like one hairline fracture in my wrist.
From tennis?
No, it was like it was the stupidest story. Like
it worse than the nose.
The nose story.
It's been a while since I talked about the nose.
Oh,
okay,
no.
Tell the hairline fracture one.
I don't know if it was a hairline fracture or if it was a really bad sprain. I can't remember. But I just remember I was in the 6th grade, and then I went skating, right? Remember Rollerama? Or like that skating rink or whatever?
I didn't really enjoy it, but okay.
Were you just bad at skating?
No, it wasn't bad, but I just didn't like it.
No, bro, I was a speed demon,
Actually,
alright? Like, I was the best skater on the rink.
I wasn't great when we first, I just didn't like the feeling. I was
Yeah.
like, why would anybody put themselves on wheels?
No, but I just went, and then I think, like, I fell back on my, like, I fell, and then I used my wrist to try to, like, break my fall or whatever, and then so I hurt my left one really bad. The same day I went to my friend's house, and they're like, okay, you should try skateboarding, bro. So I got on the skateboard, boom, I fell off, planted my left wrist again, and it was just gone. And so, I mean, I was just in like a brace for a little bit, but yeah.
Did you get an X-ray? Did you get an X-ray or anything?
Yeah, I did get it X-rayed, I remember. It was like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or whatever.
I remember my wrist, like, because that's the only time I've ever broken a bone or anything.
Yeah.
So that happened, and I was like, first of all, I feel like I was in a lot of pain, and the thing is, like I got home, or like my dad came to pick me up early.
Yeah.
Right, and I was still in pain, so we went home, and he was like, okay, let's go get an X-ray. I was like, I thought it was like 100% fine. Like,
Yeah,
just a sprain, you know. Ended up being fractured.
I've ended up having like a really lot of like bad sprains, and like I've gotten them X-rayed every single time. It's like fine, but it's just my ankles or like my wrists especially super like really bad sprain. Anyway, back to the knee story.
Yeah, so kid fell, got an X-ray, right? They couldn't figure out what was happening because it swelled up so fast, right? So like they couldn't even read the X-ray. They're like, we can't read it right now. We're gonna have to wait until the swelling goes down. 2 days later, the swelling goes down, right? And it was
It was like 2 days of inflammation.
yeah,
Wow.
and it still didn't go down fully. Still got an X-ray, and they're like, a piece of your bone is just flying around somewhere.
In your leg?
Yeah, it's just like floating around in there.
Or
Yeah.
like still a bit of ligament and stuff?
It was like
It's just
I
detached.
didn't see the
from the
X-ray,
rest of
but
the
like
bone.
it was detached, but like it was still hanging on. It was like hanging on like a little bit.
Yeah.
And muscle was ripped all around it.
Ooh.
So the recovery was long. It happened in April, and I didn't go like
How
didn't
long
walk.
does it take to recover from that?
Takes like, I mean, it depends. Like it took me 2 months.
2 months.
So you couldn't walk for 2
Oh.
months?
No,
Wow.
well, like it was like almost 2 months. Almost 2 months.
Almost. But yeah,
And
you
now,
rolled the muscle.
and then quarantine.
Oh, and then that happened in 6th grade, right?
Okay, so
Before
wait.
quarantine, I broke another.
You broke it again?
No, not my knee. I broke my foot.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah,
I
broke
remember
the
this.
side of it, and I had like a
In
blood
what?
vessel.
In junior
It was
high,
like
right?
September.
In
Yeah.
junior high, right?
No,
Or no,
no,
no.
high
This
school.
was beginning of high school. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was at
yeah.
the first forensics tournament.
Because I saw this guy just hobbling around like everywhere.
no, because at the first forensic tournament, every day before that, he had been wearing braces on his leg, and the
Yeah.
first time he showed up in dress shoes. I was like, "How are you wearing these?" Like, I'm in pain.
Yeah, it hurt a lot, but I was like, I have to be professional for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
And
I
then
suffered that
and then in
completely.
quarantine you messed your knee up really bad.
Oh, that was the worst one. I don't remember.
I heard it's because of your dog.
No, it was because of quad raiding. We were quad raiding, right? Because my
Oh.
uncle has like private property up north, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's like it's a few acres, right? So they have quads up there, and we were riding it.
We're doing what's that?
Quad, you know, ATVs.
ATVs.
Oh.
Four-wheelers.
It's not like his.
No.
My dad, like one time there was like this rental thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"You wanna go?" He's like, "No," because like he's like every single time in the hospital, every single day, there's multiple people that come in with their head cracked open, everything.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
really
ATVs.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's like, go on.
Yeah, so like, kind of flipped over somehow. Yeah.
You told me an entirely different story.
No, this is.
You told me where
What
What did I tell you?
you told me that like your dog, right? Like in your backyard, you were like going like looking for something in this like ledge or whatever. Not like in like in like this like in like the bushes or whatever, and your dog came and pushed you and you tripped over the ledge and fell on your knee.
No.
That's what you told me.
I don't have a ledge in my backyard.
I don't know. That's what you told me.
To a parachute?
Huh?
You want to change to a parachute landing?
Okay, so.
Okay, so it was ATV.
Yeah, quad, ATV,
According-
4-wheeler, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
Happens to flip over. I'm not gonna talk about how.
Wow.
Let's just say cousin's fault, but
Okay.
yeah. So ended up tearing muscle again. A piece of my bone floated away again. It was the same
Again?
piece. It was the same piece, yeah. Because like they compared the X-rays, like they're like, has this ever happened to you? And my mom was like, yeah, we have an X-ray. They're like, how? And then I also ended up dislocating it because when it dislocated to the side, right? That's when it hurt the muscles.
This was the
this
ATV
was
was-
quarantine.
quarantine. So what happened to PE?
Oh, I tore my meniscus.
So you have a lot of
Yeah.
legs.
Yeah.
Before my meniscus tore, I think it
Don't
was like,
you did another thing?
yeah, it was in November. I broke my finger.
I remember.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
It wasn't like broken. It was kind of sprained.
Yeah,
Would you
yeah.
say you're injury prone? Or you're
I'm
becoming
kinda scared.
slowly becoming injury
I'm scared that I don't want to get any more injured. Like it's
Yeah,
bad.
you don't want to.
I know
You gotta be
another.
careful.
I know there's another.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Getting
injury,
ATVs.
speaking of injury prone, there's this guy I know that like he played tennis one time, like or he plays tennis right, but he's not that good. And so he like took the racket back so far, and he swung all the way into his mouth, and he chipped his tooth. And it was I didn't even hear about this. I heard about it from our coach.
Who was
I can't. I'm not gonna name him.
I feel like you told me the story about it.
I did tell you the story about.
Type it in the-
I'll tell you the name
just
afterward.
type in the dog.
Alright.
I think I know who this is.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
It's the funniest thing.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Oh, thinking of leg injuries.
Don't make me tell the
So-
nose story, bro.
My mom.
Yeah.
So ever since this like okay, when she was in medical school, I think I told you this story before. Like because they have to in like the building she worked in like the hospital she was working in Hungary, they have to run up because you know like they have like to run up the stairs as residents. She's like they were constantly like running up and down stairs to deliver certain things or like see a patient or something like that. And as she was going up the stairs one time, she broke her leg. Right? And she fell down. So then she was in a cast for like, and this is the time where casts were like finally starting to look like the way they do now, but they still weren't as effective. So she had to work for like 2-3 months, right? And it was painful. Like the cast was way much tighter. You had a lot more limitations than you do now. You can't like shower, like you can barely. And then when she got it off, the same day. Like she got it, or like the next day or something, she was going down the stairs this time, and she tore a ligament in another leg.
Oh wow.
So she had to get another cast for another like month or two. So back to back. That's why we can never live in like a 2-story house or anything. She doesn't like stairs. Okay, but going back to you, I want to talk about. We kind of talked about a little about your hobbies, like forensics.
His knees.
But we kind of want to talk about some other. So let's go into movies. What do you think about them?
You might be surprised I don't watch movies.
You don't watch movies?
I only watch Punjabi movies. Not gonna lie.
Do you want to talk about your favorite Punjabi movie?
I mean, there's so many, you know. Like you can't just choose one.
Yeah, there's so many different genres.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't watch any.
Okay, so the
movies,
genre thing, there is no genre. There is no genre.
Because they all involve at least 15 songs.
There are drugs, alcohol, romance, comedy, all in one.
Idiots.
That's a good one.
Is that your favorite one?
I mean, that's not Punjabi, but it's a good one.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
So what, besides Punjabi movies, or besides Bollywood, you got any?
I'll watch The Rock's movies sometimes, but I don't watch like too much, you know.
I think The Rock is good, but he's yet to pass that that level of being an action star and being separate from being like actual actor. Because I think there's definitely a difference. What do you think?
I'm trying to think of a movie where he isn't an action star. His upcoming Black Adam movie. I don't think that counts as action.
No, that is an action.
Would you say Robert Downey Jr. is an action star then?
Yeah.
Okay, I do.
He's in an action movie. Those are not those movies are not. They don't
I'm
show
trying to
his
think.
acting skills as much.
I don't remember any of his movies which are not action because I know he had Rampage, San Andreas Fault, Skyscraper, whatever it was called.
He's like 6'5", isn't he?
Yeah, I mean
the thing is, there's like a funny video because he constantly claims that he's 6'5", but then he was on like TV with Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
And Shaq is like 6 foot. Or no, Charles Barkley is like 6'9". He was like, "You're not 6'5", but he looks like he's.
Well, I mean that's because he works out 2 times just in the morning.
Yeah.
And once in the that guy's massive.
Yeah.
Speaking of working out, do you work out, Jaskarn?
Sometimes.
Bro, he has to
Yeah,
recover
like,
from his
I have to
injuries.
recover from that fully. You know?
Well, yeah, but what about like
Arms.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it once or twice. Not a fan that much.
Not a fan of
Not a fan too much.
Not a fan.
No. Maybe like sometimes here and there, you know. Whenever I go to my cousin's house, he's crazy, so.
He's crazy.
He gets you into it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I wouldn't say gets me into it. Like forces me, but.
He forces. His competition.
Yeah, confident. Yeah.
Okay, so I know you're talking about a lot about your injuries, and that's probably been a lot of your life during a lot of your life
Okay,
during
yeah,
COVID, during
half.
quarantine. You know, ever since the end of school. So what have you been doing in your free time? What have you been doing?
So okay, so because of COVID, My dad has his own business, right? Transportation business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's gonna laugh about it.
I'm not
So
gonna
all
lie.
Punjabis, you know, it's a stereotype that they all have trucks. Okay. We have 23, right? So it's a big fleet. Okay, I would say it's a big fleet.
I would say it's a large fleet too.
It's hard. Like you need an accountant, right? Whatever.
So you're the accountant?
Kind of. I don't get paid though.
Kind of.
I mean, what do you expect? They're Punjabi. They're not gonna pay me.
You're giving you free math practice. We should be paying him
Calculator. Calculator.
Yeah, warming up your memory.
Warming up my
Muscle
finger.
memory for the calculator.
Just a finger workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do work out.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but then you're gonna break his finger again.
Alright, but okay. Yeah, so the person that we did have got COVID and passed away.
Yeah, accountant.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how they got it. No one else got it at
Work.
at our office, yeah. We only had 2 employees though, right? But all the rest were drivers. So I kind of had to take over, you know, just help out here and there, organize stuff, because like everything got out of order and like no one was there for 2 months literally. So like papers filing up.
This was at the beginning of quarantine.
It was July, I think July.
Last July.
It was like from July, he passed away in July, and then I took over kind of in like September.
We're talking 2020,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So
I was
2
about to
months.
say you're telling the future if it's 2021.
So then after that, how was online school for you?
I mean, kind of it was hard in the beginning, right? Because like it was like, what am I supposed to do, right? And then after that, it was just like, all right, just leave the class on and sit over here and do nothing. I was gaming half the time. I was
What were you gaming?
whatever. Like sometimes I was Call of Duty, right? Sometimes I'll just go back to my roots, GTA 5, you know?
Oh.
1 hour, 28 minutes,
That's really
28
gaming.
seconds.
Speaking of GTA
We
5.
don't need to get into that.
Okay, Daniel, I won't embarrass you
The
anymore.
ban is going away soon.
You got banned.
2 times.
Bro,
Both of them were his fault.
Okay.
did you have a mod or something?
Ask him.
So basically, right?
Ban or online?
So he
It's
got this.
temporary.
So he has one of his account, his first account, right? He got GTA. He played it like regularly for a while. It was like helping him like make money and all that. And then my neighbor texted me, right? And he was like, I found this money hack online.
Stupidest thing I've ever
He's
seen.
and then, so I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Go ahead, send the video. I was like, because he didn't get banned. And so I was like, oh yeah, send the video. So I send it to Daniel. I'm like, Daniel, do it if you want to. And then so he does it, right? He does.
Okay,
we spent 3 hours figuring it out, bro.
No, he spent 2 hours convincing me that it's a good idea.
No, not on the first account.
Oh, you know, on the first
He had a
account-
second
on the
account.
first account, you took me like it took like an hour. You were like, no, I think it's pretty good. Or like it's because you were like you're tired of me using all your cars.
Oh, yeah.
Just get it and get some good stuff, and then but don't do that much.
I was just like,
And
my
by the
neighbor.
way, your friend neighbor, right? How much did he mod for?
He was doing like 30 million a day, or whatever. And so
I did 20 million once.
he did 20 million once, but he used the wrong like car or whatever for the hack, so he got banned at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
He got banned at like 7 a.m. in the morning, and I wake up to just a screenshot of just him saying,
And
"Oh, I got banned."
He thought it was from when he got banned.
Yeah, I thought he was just, I thought he was just messing with me because I also did get banned a long time ago. But and then I found, and I was like,
And then
Daniel,
there's, like, this-
I was like, Daniel, you should try it again.
Yeah, so
And so-
I make a new account.
And so I find like this ridiculously like cheap like GTA key, right? And so I send it to Daniel and I'm like, all right, Daniel, here's the key, make a new account and all this. I made a new account, and so he's like playing GTA or whatever. I'm like, Daniel, my neighbor still didn't get banned. He's been doing it for like a
this
month.
time he was like, just do it, just do it. Like,
And I spent 3 hours on that time, like, bro.
He was like convincing me, like that was full on his fault. He's like,
Yeah,
do it,
and
do
then
it.
so he did it.
It's like, there's no
He
point
did it, and he was
in-
fine after 1 day. Next day he got
No,
banned.
not
And
one day.
then-
Not 1 day. It was like 2-3 days, right? I
Yeah,
went
yeah.
like 4 days,
Yeah.
and I was checking every single like minute. I was checking my emails because it doesn't. It's a spam, so it doesn't go into your. So I have to keep checking for like the no reply message. It doesn't show up, right?
And then he texted me like on Monday he modded, and on Friday he texted me I got banned.
Yeah.
And then my neighbor texted me that same day I also got banned. No. And then my neighbor texted me, he's like, I bought another like license or whatever, I'm gonna try again. And now he's like living scot free.
Oh, he hasn't had it. He hasn't had it yet.
No, he
So
hasn't.
what have I been doing all this time?
But yeah,
How long has it been?
1 month.
1 month. So he has like 2 licenses.
Um,
He has like 2 accounts. So if you ever want a PC license, he'll gladly give it to you.
Oh yeah, it's white though. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing on it, bro. My character, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing close.
I stopped playing GTA for a long time.
Long
it gets
time.
boring after like a while. Like an hour,
When
an
you
hour to
play-
8 minutes, you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I play for like 3 hours, but like,
But that's because I blow him up a lot.
or like, and then like towards like, and then like towards even the end that we were playing, I was starting to get bored of it. Like I can only play like an hour, and it was just getting boring.
Yeah.
Because the game is only fun when you come back to it
Yeah.
every once in a while. So probably
Yeah.
do need a month break anyways. Then we can go back to using scars. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, this kid has how much? 1.8 billion.
I modded for 2 billion, like last year.
We're at like 750,000, bro.
Oh. So you're
Originally,
really-
I didn't tell him that I modded. I was just like, bro, vehicle warehouse. And thus I got $2 billion section.
I have a high-end apartment. I have a bunker in like the worst location. I have the Paleto Bay one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got it. Horrible location. Never used it.
Wait, do you have like the?
I hate the bunker.
business package or something.
No.
No. But if you buy the vehicle warehouse, it's the best. It's the best way to make money.
You
Like
just
legit.
go office?
Like legit. Before I got
I
banned
have a
on my.
regular warehouse.
The vehicle warehouse.
I know.
CEO warehouse.
Okay, once I get back on, we gotta teach him the ways.
Bro, I am horrible at the game. I'm not joking. Like,
But you don't have to be good at the game.
I know. You just have
I'm
to have.
bad at
rich
making the
friends.
money, bro.
I know.
I get
That's
tempted
why
and I
was
spend it on something.
like- That's it. I would just like blow it all the way on.
Says the accountant, bro.
Yeah. Bro, that game, I swear, you can blow it all the way on one suit.
Yeah.
Dude, and it's one thing is in the story mode, a suit is reasonable, like $70 for the blazer, right?
Yeah.
In the like online version, it's
70,000.
60,000.
Yeah,
It's
$70,000.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh
How are
yeah.
you supposed to?
I
Like,
mean,
they
bro,
want you to
GTA
mod.
is like you can spawn in a helicopter, jump out, and you don't pay anything, and it just blows up, and all of a sudden you can spawn in again. Like,
Bro, story mode. I haven't played even story mode.
yeah,
I just got bored of the game. Like I don't even like playing it.
yeah.
It's boring. There's nothing to do. Like, you already know what's gonna happen.
Okay, when I first saw that game, I was like, "This is the best game I've ever seen." 'Cause you can do anything.
I know. I remember I got GTA, and my brother started crying because he also wanted it, and so he ended up getting it too.
King Manonder. Shout out to King Manonder game.
Yeah, and then yeah, same thing with Forza.
Where's that? Oh,
I
finally.
I got the game, and then like 2 seconds later, my brother's like, "What? You have Forza?" And I'm like,
So
"Bro,
you got
like you can buy it
premium
too."
edition.
And then the very next day, when he convinced my parents to let him get it, like the whole thing went on sale. So he could get like the most like high end like version of the game, like with all like the plugins or whatever, for the same price I bought the standard one.
Do you guys have any services like the submarine or something? Do you have that?
Yeah.
Bro, he has 2 billion. He has everything in the game.
I do.
He has every single thing.
So you done all the ice?
On my old account, and then my neighbor came over and got me banned on that account. But
Who's your neighbor?
Wales?
you know, just right. He came over. He's like, "Bro, you have mods," and I made the mistake of showing him, right? So you saw this thing called exploding whales. So basically, you get like a machine gun in the game, bro. Everything was a whale, just exploding.
Like a blue whale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm way too much into the GTA world.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So you talked about you follow out of Bollywood movies. You only listen to Bollywood music or that
I
one?
listen to Punjabi music. Bollywood and Punjabi are
Yeah.
two
You
different
listen to
things.
Punjabi music only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I listen to Drake sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
Drake.
Drake.
You know, sometimes.
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 Drake's a lit, bro.
He's the goat.
I don't listen to that much music. He comes up every now and then. Like,
What's your favorite Drake song?
I mean, it's just like whatever's on, you know. Spotify just play like the Drake one. Just play
I
this.
just deal with whatever comes on.
Whatever
Yeah.
comes on, we deal with it.
Yeah.
As it goes. Yeah.
So you should talk about like the beginning of high school. Like online was a little tough.
And what about freshman year? What about beginning of
Oh,
freshman
yeah.
year?
Oh, freshman year. No knowledge for anything. It was just like, do whatever you need to do as you go. So I didn't know about like CSF and all that stuff, right? My sister didn't tell me anything, right? But I never asked them, so
Why do you see his older siblings?
Yeah.
I never asked them anything about it.
No, they probably told you didn't listen.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it's just like, as the school year went, just like, it happened, you know?
Yeah, things just came.
Yeah, it was fun.
My brother's gonna be a freshman, right?
Yeah.
I swear I've never told you this. How do you know?
Because I know your brother, like, I knew your brother was in, like, 8th grade last year. So,
Oh, yeah.
So it's like...
That's so weird, though.
I'm close surprised that people.
Like, now, like, anytime you see, like, my car, my mom's car, or whatever, and it's just two of us coming out, like, bro.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something else.
So
So who's he gonna hang out with?
Huh?
Who's he gonna hang out with?
He has friends in high school.
No, bro, he's gonna diss them. He's hanging out with the seniors.
Oh, he might actually. Bro, his aspect on, I can't really say it on this podcast, but I'll explain it afterwards. Some of the things he said to me, like during, or like just the way he is. Oh, I did this one story. We went, so I've never had In-N-Out, right? And so Saturday we go with like one of my college friends and then his younger like sibling or whatever. And so we're all in the car, and then, so we go grab In-N-Out, like we're just hanging out. And then on our way home, my brother stops at a stoplight. Not my brother, but our friend was driving, and my brother's in the back. And so we stop at a stoplight, and there's a car next to us. My brother rolls down his window, and he's like, roll down your window.
Oh, I see this one.
And the person was just like laughing at him, but didn't roll down the window. The original plan was for him to roll down the window, and as soon as they started, he'd roll it back.
The confidence.
But when you grabbed In-N-Out, right, we drove to like the park, on Stockdale Highway, right? And so it turns out there was like the farmers meeting. Oh. And I felt so bad because we're just like sitting there in the car just eating like beef burgers, like the most anti like Indian thing you could possibly do.
Oh, is it Indian farmers?
Yes.
Oh.
For the Punjab like Indian farmers. It was like
okay.
they had like propaganda posters. I was like, shame on Indian government, and they were like giving speeches like 5 feet away from us, like.
Just eating in
the most.
Yeah.
The first time eating In-N-Out, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what about when you ordered In-N-Out the other day?
Oh yeah, my brother just texted me. He texted me like the weirdest stuff, but he's just asked like, can you order In-N-Out on DoorDash? I'm like, no, otherwise I would have ordered it before. He's like, oh no, I'll just take 2 McChickens.
And the thing is, he said that he was on me right before. He was like, okay. He's like, watch. He's gonna say, I want McDonald's, because he always like, yeah, he loves the chicken.
McChicken,
I haven't
bro.
had McDonald's in so long.
Yeah, me neither.
I hardly eat. I don't like it.
It's an effort to get more healthy, and then I see my brother who has like a 6-pack 24/7 and eats McDonald's like 6 days a week.
Like, golf every day.
I know, but still, it's like golf. He's only out there for like 2 or 3 hours.
Golf is boring.
Golf is boring.
Yeah. Golf and soccer both are boring.
I agree with you about golf and soccer. That's why I quit both.
My mom put me in soccer in 7th grade.
I
didn't do anything there.
But I like golf, but it's like, to me, it's not.
It's not something I do for fun.
I consider it a sport.
Yeah,
But
same.
in my mind, for some reason, I feel like it's something like it's just more enjoy.
Yeah, for leisure.
It's less. Yeah, it's less like like for me, it's way less competitive than the other
It's like a
sports.
stress reliever.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why.
just relaxing.
That's why my dad plays golf.
Yeah, for me, it's not like a sport like basketball. Like you have to be.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more activity when you don't. Okay, I'm not even getting mad, but when you don't do like serious competitive basketball, you still have to.
I mean, golf can be like competitive, I think, but I think
Yeah.
like it's mostly like
But
a
for the most
leisure
part,
sport.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
I don't think you could play basketball for leisure.
Yeah, golf a little bit more focused, less physical activity.
A little bit, yeah. It depends on, but like if you're playing like a whole like thing of golf, like a whole round of golf, that's 5-6 hours of walking.
Yeah, but it's a lot of walking, but like the actual sport itself is not that much. Like, I mean, I know there's a lot of like concentration, the swing, and making the right line. And
No, I mean, but I would say if you factor the walking into it, like all the like that's a part of the
it's
sport.
a tiring thing, but
Yeah.
it's not like it's.
But like I would say you could easily go out practice it for leisure or whatever.
Yeah, and then anyways, you excited for school? It's in 2 weeks.
No, 3.
Bro, it was 4 weeks like yesterday.
No, it's 3. It's 3 from
Oh,
today.
3 weeks. 3
It's
weeks.
on
My
the-
bad. 3 weeks. Why did I think it was like 3 weeks? You ready to 3 weeks?
I guess. I mean, I got really no choice, you know. You have to be ready.
Yeah.
Or do you want like? Are you
excited?
happy that school's gonna be in person?
Oh yeah, much better than
Online.
sitting at home. Yeah, because you're like not learning anything. You get lazy. You're not.
I'm excited just to see everyone, but then like I
No.
feel like after 2 months, everyone's gonna be like, I'm gonna go back down.
Yeah.
Like just for like the class, like the.
No, because I feel like the workload would be high, but I'm honestly I'll always choose in person. Like no matter how hard I get, at least everyone's suffering together, like in the same.
The workload is gonna increase because we're in junior year.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly the hardest year, so
Yeah.
it's gonna increase.
The problem is we did, like our sophomore year was really easy, but we didn't get like a enjoyable. We never got like a full enjoyable year before the hardest year. So the only year that we can truly enjoy for the entire time is senior year, which is supposed to be the most relaxed.
And even then, it's like no, you can't even enjoy the first semester of that because college applications and essay writing. So it's just one semester is all we get to enjoy. Well, two. Well, if you count first semester freshman.
So we get first semester freshman year, last semester senior year.
Yeah.
When you think about it, the tough life. Also, we are we sponsored by Fiji now?
Are we?
Maybe.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
So you've been following. I know you're talking about your injury to your leg. I think in the podcast you talked about it a couple times, and there's some recent updates on the Conor McGregor.
Ooh.
Did you see what happened to him?
Yeah, his leg. Ooh, not good.
First guest to actually know what's going on.
I didn't watch like the full thing, but I heard like his leg snapped in half.
It didn't. Yeah. So here, let me search this.
So we have the doctor here on site.
So
I just saw like pictures of him sitting down with his leg, but
That's
still
not
calling
and-
out the
and
other
yelling.
opponent's wife.
Your wife is in my
Ooh.
DMs.
going
That is
bro, you
bad.
had something floating in your
Okay,
leg. Like this is
That's not that bad. Okay.
This was bad.
Your foot's not supposed to bend that way. Like
It's not. It's not at all. And apparently, what happened was, and I talked about this last time. They revealed that he had multiple fractures along his leg. So there was so much pressure building on the bone. It was so weak. And then, like the combined story, I think what Joe Rogan was talking about is like that, because the Dustin Poirier, he was saying that he hit his leg so hard earlier in the fight, that's what broke it. But he's saying that might have just added to more of the pressure.
Yeah.
So it was just so much that when he because he didn't do anything, he just set his foot down, and as soon as he set his foot down, it just collapsed.
not good.
Yeah, but
That's gonna take a long time.
did you hear what? So, Conor McGregor, he fought Habib. You remember him?
I don't know him. Like
He's
I don't know too much about him, but I've
so
seen photos.
he's like the undefeated. He's known to be like the best UFC champion.
Yeah.
And like a few years ago, he and Conor McGregor had like.
Oh, is this about the
he-
tweet?
Yeah, he had
Okay.
like a hateful relationship with each other. Like they were gonna fight each other, but they both hated each other. It was like the biggest build up to a fight, and then Habib he beat him, right? And then so recently because of COVID-19, he has a very close relationship with his father, but his father passed away due to COVID.
Yeah.
And at the time, Conor McGregor sent like a tweet, like honoring him, right? But recently, like when Dustin beat Conor, Habib tweeted, he tweeted that good always defeats evil, because he constantly calls Conor McGregor evil, right? And then Conor McGregor, he recently responded to that tweet, and he wrote that like, well then I guess COVID is good because it defeated evil.
Yeah.
And then he deleted it. But that's going everywhere. Conor McGregor tweets. Here, let me find exactly what he said. He said COVID is good and father's evil ? In response. But he deleted it. Wow. What do you think? I think he went too far.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, yeah, I think even he knows he went too far because he deleted it.
Yeah. He said a lot of things that he's gone. I think this one he just went over the he went way too far with that.
I mean, like, he's been too far, you know. Like,
No, what?
he's
No,
known
nothing-
for going too far, you know.
Yeah, but those are always been like in press conference. Like this is like he's not even fighting. Like he might do that just to build like intensity throughout the fight so that it gets more pay-per-views. But they're not even fighting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that was a little far. And then I wanted to clarify. We were talking about earlier how like you said TDAP, TDAP should be like since TDAP is required, then COVID vaccine should be required for all students, right? And I was talking to my dad and he told me that we were actually factually incorrect with that.
Oh yeah.
You can't do that because as of right now, well, I don't think they would do it anyways, but as of right now,
Oh yeah, because COVID, the vaccine's only authorized for emergency use.
because we're in a state of pandemic. So because of its emergency authorization, vaccines can't be required
Yeah, that
by
makes
any
sense.
means. So vaccines can become mandatory, but I think still,
I think they
It would take a long
should.
time though.
the message of I think the episode still stands that you should get the vaccine and schools should try to support people in getting the vaccine, and that should just that whole thing should still go through even if the pandemic goes
Yeah.
away. Then it should. Be
I know, like
gone from-
some people. I know, like I was just talking to a guy the other day, that he was like, the other day, like yesterday, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not getting the vaccine unless they give me $1 billion tax free. Hell no, me and my daughter are not getting that vaccine."
$1 billion.
He kept saying that, like, yeah, he was just like, "No, tax free $1 billion. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get the vaccine." I'm like, what? What are you even like saying?
That's like that's just the wrong ideology. But,
Yeah.
Also another thing we need to update on the. So no, you remember the YouTube TikTok event that was actually happening last time we saw each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So did you hear about none of the fighters got paid?
How much?
None of them got paid.
Only
Zero.
two
they
of them.
didn't?
Only two of them got paid.
Only two. So
Because,
Deji and Gibb
yeah,
got paid
yeah.
before the fight because they signed a contract that they would get paid.
They
Before.
made sure that they were paid before the fight because like they were traveling and all that.
No,
like-
well,
and also they were smart.
well,
the
no,
thing is
that's
that's
different. Under like a regular fight, that would not be considered smart.
Yeah,
Because then they have to take. Like,
because then they don't
an
get the
estimated
pay
number,
per view.
But
Yeah,
then they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get like, for example, if the fight does better than expected,
Yeah, they don't
get all
get
the
that.
money. But this fight didn't do better than expected.
Yeah, it didn't. The pay per view was bad. It only made like $200,000 from pay per view.
175,000 people.
175.
And they
Yeah,
were
that's the number.
estimating. They were
And that, which is like,
estimating-
it's a lot for a normal person, but that's really bad for a boxing fight.
Yeah.
And then Social Gloves, like the company that's hosting it, went bankrupt.
And Austin,
So they couldn't pay it.
Austin
McGroom.
McBroom. McBroom. That's
Austin
odd.
McGroom.
Yeah.
Yes, he
He could have
owns.
been. I
He owns
heard
McDonald's.
the other day that he owns the Social Gloves, which is the
Which
company that
hosted the event.
which hosted the event, and they claimed bankruptcy afterwards because
Yeah, on
they
purpose.
they put a lot of money into it.
And
didn't
it
do as
did
well as
so
they
bad.
expected.
I mean, that makes sense though.
Yeah.
It was such a bad event.
Yeah, and so they couldn't pay the fighters.
Supposedly Bryce Hall did it just for the money.
That makes sense.
Like he had no actual beef with Austin. Like he had like obviously because of the fight they have to, you know.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to hype it up. But like he only did it for the pay.
of course they only did it for the
Yeah.
pay.
So that's sad.
Yeah.
Because he promised like 2 to 5 million.
So what are they gonna do, like sue or something?
So
They can.
as of right now, the other day I think I actually sent it to McCool. Austin McBroom, he gave out like he kind of did a he spoke on it a little bit, and he basically said that's not true at all.
But they declared bankruptcy.
That's the strange part. He's a very like strange. He's like
He
a
has a
strange
smile on
guy
his face, like,
because I
he
feel
knew
like
that was
just-
gonna happen.
He's
Like
trying to cover it up because at the same time, this guy, first he's a failed NBA, or he wanted to go to the NBA or something.
Austin, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And apparently, he's also denying this, but I was going to do more research on him. Apparently, a lot of like controversy going around him right now that he so basically they own some house that he boasts about. That's like $15 million.
Yeah.
It's like on the top of a hillside, right?
Yeah.
And apparently, it's being foreclosed on because he hasn't been paying for it for like the last year. Like he got one. Apparently, it's going on for $9 million. That was the real price of the house.
Oh wow.
He got a loan for like $15 million.
That makes sense. It, like,
and then
yeah.
he hasn't paid the bank back at all. Or he hasn't done anything acting on it. He's also denying that. However, like on that situation, apparently there's real like there's public record reports, like official documentation that's
Saying that he
released.
hasn't paid. Yeah.
Yeah, that saying that the house is being foreclosed on by the bank.
Yeah.
So this guy's and he apparently wants to fight KSI now.
Yes.
I think also KSI wants to fight him.
KSI wants to fight him.
Yeah, because he's saying he needs a warm up fight.
Against Jake Paul.
Yeah, because he wants to fight Jake Paul.
What do
as
you think
well.
about Jake Paul?
He's a clown. I really hope you say
Yeah,
that.
bro. Do you hate him?
I mean, I have nothing against him. It's just like he goes too far.
I hate him.
He thinks he's the Conor McGregor of YouTube. When
He thinks he's
just
too
not.
like he
He
thinks
tries to copy Conor McGregor.
I know.
he has too much ego.
100%. And it's because the people he fights are just
Or
like
footloose.
he's like the definition of cherry picking opponents.
Yeah, and everyone knows that, but and like that's the
I mean, he's still getting the
Which
views.
all
you know?
boxers do to
no.
some
He doesn't
degree.
get any YouTube views though. He's like pretty irrelevant on YouTube. I think.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't. I
Boxing is the
don't.
one
Subscribers,
track
yeah.
I think he sells like something about.
20 million, I think.
You're gonna make me search this
I
up.
mean, he's making
I
money from somewhere.
swear, I'm pretty sure all of his successes come off his brother.
Oh, 100%. He's the only reason.
Because I think
Jake-
20.5.
His what?
20.5 million.
Does he like upload regularly?
Oh, he actually gets somewhat decent views.
What is his views?
1.7,
Oh, that's not
1.5,
Bro, we
1.6.
can't get over 200 views anymore. The first episode did insane. We got like 74 views within. a few hours.
I'll ask my brother for plugs, bro.
Yeah.
You just
He
say
doesn't
you're
even
gonna
upload
create
anymore.
accounts.
He deleted it.
Yeah, I told you. My brother used to be a YouTube star, bro.
Yeah, I
He used
remember
to have
that.
46 subscribers.
I think
I remember he texted me. He's like, just like start sending it all to like every single chat, you know.
Yeah.
So I just sent a bunch of chats, like 20, like.
Oh, you know what this reminds me of? Remember that one time we went out to like dinner? Like it was our family and your family? And then he he somehow added himself to every single like he got like a group of like numbers and then just made a whole group like new group chat.
Because he convinced me. He like begged me to add him to the group chat.
Yeah.
And then he screenshotted all the numbers. So he started adding people to like random chats. He just saying random stuff. For the bad
Yeah,
self-
that was right before COVID started. Yeah.
That was like no. That was at the beginning of. We were discussing COVID.
It was like 5 days before school closed or something like that.
Yeah, it was about a week before. I remember like we were talking about how COVID is becoming like a bigger issue,
Yeah.
and at the time they were like maybe like a month, it'll be going away. Still haven't gone back.
Yeah, I really hope we do get to go in person though, because I do not
I
want to
think
be
for
on.
sure we're going
We're
back.
going
in
back
person.
in person, 100%.
But
Yeah.
I think
It's just if everyone keeps their masks.
if the Delta variant, okay, because schools, this is the way I see it. As of right now, we're good to go back, right? Because the cases are coming down. Only 30% of the people our age are vaccinated. Probably less than that. That's 12 to 17. So I would guess around 25% of the kids our age are vaccinated, right? And then we're going back to school full capacity. Now, 83% of the current COVID cases, most of those are Delta variant.
Yeah.
And since most of the people aren't vaccinated, I think Delta variant is going to spread so much in school. And then there's a chance that just increases to the point that we have to go back
Online.
online.
Yeah.
Or, like, reduce capacity.
I mean,
They should just make us the vaccinated kids.
Only vaccinated, I think.
Vaccinated and then like you know how there's like
And then
at
people
risk
won't get
kids.
vaccinated just to stay at home.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
So I think they just, this is stuff has to happen. They have to plan for that, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough. And third vaccine is coming. Most people haven't even got the first one. And did you hear about the So this is a story from a while ago, but the Chancellor of Germany, she got she got 1 dose Moderna and then 1 dose AstraZeneca,
Yeah.
right? That's like the vaccine over there.
Yeah.
It's not approved in the United States, but there's some research that they want to start doing, saying that apparently 1 dose of Moderna, 1 dose of AstraZeneca has higher efficacy than just 2 doses of the same vaccine. Something.
So like they just did it without like any research. They just
No,
mixed it.
because over there it's okay. There's no like regulation. But they're giving like 1 dose of this vaccine, 1 dose of this vaccine. They effectively do the same thing, but combining them might have like lead to a higher efficacy.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I
because
guess
each-
COVID is just a
yeah.
depressing topic.
Because when you think
We
about
talk
it,
about it every episode and it just becomes so boring.
oh wait, but now we gotta go in the medicine side of it, right? Because
No.
each vaccine
Oh.
is stimulating the effect of COVID-19 on the body, right? And since there's like the body has to like adapt to produce antibodies
Yeah.
with different doses, there's a different reaction, slightly different. So it probably creates a wider variety.
Oh.
Oh.
Speaking of vaccines, okay, this is the last of our news
Oh my
section.
God.
This. Oh, I know we have a couple things to talk about, but apparently 3rd dose coming. Number 3.
I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't really care. It didn't affect me that much.
You didn't get it yet? You
I
didn't-
got it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They're saying it strongly boosts protection against Delta variant.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. That's
It's whatever.
also you
Yeah.
just need a booster just to keep it going. And then moving on, Pelosi calls McCarthy a moron.
I'm not gonna mention any political.
Yeah, because apparently it's basically on his talk about.
Because he says vaccinated Americans should not be forced to wear masks.
Yeah, he was talking about masks and he's being considered by a moron. And then Walmart covers 100% of college tuition for its workers now.
That's
Yeah, I
actually
heard
pretty
about that,
cool
yeah.
though. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool.
I think they're putting like 1.4 or 1.1 billion dollars into it.
I don't know how much money they're.
It's
Actually,
it's one.
It's just certain. It's not to all colleges, but it's just certain like I think junior
stupid.
colleges or something like that, or like community college or whatever.
I didn't read too much about it. I heard like it was 1 point something. That they're
Yeah.
putting into it.
So it was. Walmart will pay for full college tuition and book costs at some schools for its U.S.
Yeah.
workers. The latest effort by the largest private employer in the country to sweeten its benefits as it seeks to attract and retain talent to a tight job market.
I think that means like junior colleges or something.
Community college.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think definitely community college. I don't think any private schools like charging $240,000.
It's gonna be like governmental schools that like you have to pay less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it's gonna focus on people that really need the money.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's good. That's nice.
I think it's pretty.
I don't know how much money they're putting into it. Would you say $1 billion?
I think it was 1.1 or 1.4.
Yeah, and then thinking of I hadn't really been focusing on the Olympics. Have you?
No,
But
I know Simone Biles is true.
Yeah, with Drew.
Um,
What do you think of that?
I didn't watch the Olympics.
So you
I
know
don't
who
know what
Simone
happened.
Biles is, right?
she's a gymnast.
Okay.
She's like the number 1 gymnast in the world for like the last 6 years, right?
Mhm.
So she withdrew from the Olympics because she said there was, I think, I'm not gonna quote because I think she said basically to sum it up, she was talking about there's too much stress.
She said mental health issues. I think she said in an interview or something like that. She says like I wasn't doing it for myself or whatever. I was doing it for like other people.
No, that wasn't what she's
No,
given a lot of different takes on it, but another
I think,
one of
but
them
the
was
whole
that she
idea.
wasn't having fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I mean, that could just because of COVID, you know.
I
Yeah, because I know like Japan, they aren't allowing any spectators.
Yeah, I understand that to a certain degree. Like, I understand that there's probably a lot of stress, but at the same time, it kind of confuses me because she does this all. She deals with this all the time. I mean, what's different?
No, I mean, who knows what's going on
She's
in her
just-
life or
yeah,
whatever.
I don't want to speak about anything. I don't know.
I mean, same with
but
that
it
happened
feels
with
strange.
Naomi Osaka and
Yeah,
French
but Naomi
Open.
Osaka has a history. She's
Had
struggled with
to-
depression.
Yeah, but who knows? Like, it could have. Simone Biles could have the same thing. She just hasn't said anything about it. Because no one said anything about Naomi Osaka until she actually voiced it. What, like a few months ago?
No, there were some talks like, they didn't like declare it, but she would talk about it slightly.
Yeah.
She would say that she would struggle. She never like openly gave talks about it or wrote.
Mhm.
I think
But
she
yeah,
has a
I mean,
documentary coming out.
I think it
came
did
out.
came out. I think it did.
Yeah, this is the first time she's ever done something like that. But I don't know about Simone Biles. She hasn't had anything so far that said that she's struggled with that before. It's just something to look into. Also, you hear about this Canadian swimmer?
Oh yeah, I saw this as well.
This is strange.
So basically, there was a story that was like, you know how China has like the one-child policy, right?
Yeah.
And so that leads to like a lot of like abandonment or whatever,
And
especially for female people who are born female. Like they're often more.
There's too many females in the country.
No, it's because it was just Chinese families' preference, like male, male like babies or whatever, right? So this swimmer was abandoned and then adopted by a family in Canada, and she just won a gold medal.
Oh dang.
And now everyone's saying that it's just criticizing like China's like one-child policy.
Wait, what about it? That they oh no, China was saying something about it. It said the drew attention after she beat China's because she beat China's top swimmer.
Yeah.
She won the gold medal. Her name is I believe it's Margaret McNeil.
Yeah.
Margaret McNeil. Gold medal winning Canadian swimmer for Chinese heritage. Oh, so that policy is no longer in place. It was in place until 2016.
Yeah, but I mean, she was born early.
Yeah, she was born during that time. Like, so that's just terrible because a few like years ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, they were like abandoning kids, even killing them, just to stay like under this one-child policy.
Or yeah.
I think like I was watching because China has their population and the amount of like work that they do increases the CO2 emissions in the world. So they're like a large cost for global warming. And it's also interesting because they're also the number one. They should be number one in the world for renewable energy sources.
Yeah.
But they are because they have to focus on it a lot.
Yeah.
I had to do a month. I was China as in the Arctic Council.
Oh. Just speaking of money, let's talk about freshman year though. UC Santa Barbara. Like, that whole trip.
Being a mon.
Yeah. Like, how would you like? What? How was the like? How do you view the experience as like that was like your first like out of town like school trip overnight?
It was fun.
Like, what was I gonna say? We had that much.
We had a lot of things not family friendly to talk about.
What was the?
Yeah, like the first day was fun, right? Like I didn't get to talk too much, right? But then the rest of the day, it got fun as you go, right? It's like going up there and then like someone.
I remember just the food was insane.
Yeah, the food was insane.
The first food. Let me pull up some. Yeah.
It was overall it was a great experience, you know.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I wish we could have gone again.
Are you planning to like travel more this year, like
Probably,
for school? Yeah.
Or just in general.
I really hope they don't have like too many online like competitions or whatever.
This is the first thing I'm looking for and this is the first thing that shows up.
Oh, me and Kabir.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I had like a rivalry against
The
Kabir,
duel,
but now I'm cool with him because he's TikTok famous.
He's TikTok famous?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He's like,
he's big.
He has crazy amount of views.
He's like.
He got featured on that one like Daisy page on Instagram.
Yeah.
I saw that.
He's a big part of the around TikTok community now.
Samir's cousin or something is TikTok famous. Yeah, it's some videos, thousands and thousands of views.
Kabir has like, I think 500,000 likes in total. I'm not sure.
Bro, why can't we get that many likes on YouTube?
Yeah, we just need Kabir to shout us out.
Can you monetize on TikTok?
I didn't know. You can't monetize, but I know like TikTok has that like supporter like creator.
It's like after you get 1,000 followers, like you can start making money. It's something like that.
Wow. After 1,000?
Yeah. That's pretty low.
YouTube, like, it makes sense, but it's like 4,000 hours, like 4,000 public watch hours.
We have like 80 something.
Which is not realistic.
Wait, but 80 something's not bad. That's like 5%. No. That's like.
We don't have 80 watch hours.
85 or something. I thought that was the thing. Oh no, it was like 8. It was like
just
8.
Leave
Never
it on
mind.
overnight. Like,
it was like 8.6 or whatever.
It doesn't work that way.
You just open 10 different tabs.
No, it has to be like actual people watching your videos. So I think as of right now, we have. This is another This is another resonance. This is another
Okay.
resonance progress. So it's strange because here it says our watch time is 21 hours, and on the monetization part, they've only counted 20. We have 20 public watch hours.
Oh yeah. Wait. So that's what?
That's not bad.
0.5% or 5%? No, 0.5%.
Wait, how many did you need?
4,000.
4,000 is a lot.
It's okay. We're
You
looking
have
for
to
we're looking for a
consistently make
social media
videos.
manager now.
We have to get videos that are like one video has to like because if you make one video that gets a billion 1 million.
We're
views,
hiring. We're looking for a social media manager.
You're interested? Sure.
We'll discuss that later, but
I
and then
actually
we have 26 subscribers. So basically, if you're watching Resonance,
You need to subscribe.
if you're enjoying Resonance, we beg of you to
share,
subscribe,
like.
to share. I think a lot of our views going down. I mean, the views we're doing well. I think in general for like a channel that started 2 weeks ago.
It's only been 2 weeks.
Yeah, but please, if you're watching Resonance, or just recommend it to all your friends, so we can continue. We can stay motivated to continue making. These episodes. Probably should have said this at the beginning.
A Resonance vlog channel now for high school.
Yeah, we're thinking about starting a Resonance blog as well. If you're interested in that, but yeah. So if you're enjoying Resonance, please share with your friends, share with your family. We're family friendly.
Somewhat.
But yeah, we are, because YouTube is like they're very
Yes.
super
Okay, then we
restricted when
are
you
family
upload
friendly.
when you upload the video. So, basically, I mean, I don't want to set it for kids, because otherwise it's like the mini player. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, I did that for the convenience of everybody watching on their phone. Yeah, but if you enjoy Resonance, please, as I said for the third time, just share with
subscribe, like.
share with everyone you know.
comment,
If you're using YouTube without an account, well, YouTube uses Google, so I just start signing in just in general for your own. So you don't end up like Samir, who loses all of his saved data for recommendations because he doesn't sign in.
Yeah, and then we also have Spotify
Samir
as
isn't even
well.
subscribed.
We're also on
You guys are
Spotify.
Yeah, we're on
Oh,
Spotify. We're on on
We're
Anchor.
on like 8 different platforms.
Yeah, and we have our own website.
Oh, I saw that.
So please check out the website. I'll start up. I have to start uploading more of the videos there.
Yeah.
Or just link them within the chain. But pretty soon, once we get this channel going, if you guys are able to recommend it to more people, and we get the views up on YouTube, the subscribers up on YouTube, then we can start working on other things, such as advertising and social media. And I believe McCool and I are also going to start the blog on our website. So please
I'm telling you,
share the
whole
website,
company now.
share the website, share the YouTube, and if you can't listen on YouTube or the website, I would suggest going on where we are a podcast after all, so we're on a lot of audio is uploaded to a lot of different platforms. Spotify,
Anchor,
Google Podcast, all of them you can find on the website and Anchor.
When are you guys dropping merch?
Okay.
Oh no, we're actually working on that.
We're actually working on it.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have a complimentary T-shirt for every guest now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll eventually we'll get it started. It's okay. Delivery.
These are not cheap. Yeah, but maybe we will.
We'll see. We'll see how.
You gotta come back on this to get the T-shirt though.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Oh, okay. How many seasons?
All right, so
We're
we
on
hope you
season
enjoyed.
1 right now.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. I definitely did. Did you do it?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, we might have gotten some. We might have gotten some boring topics, some boring news topics for a little bit. Like a little bit too much depressing stuff. McCool doesn't like talking about COVID-19 anymore.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, COVID-19 is bad. That we know. Like
It's impacted him in many different ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jaskarn knows.
So we hope you enjoyed today's episode. We hope you laughed. Anything else you want to say?
Don't say it.
Nothing else you want to mention?
Don't say it.
All right, then we hope we resonated with you, and that's the end of today's episode. See you back for our next guest is gonna be another special guest that I know a lot of people have been requesting, and we finally got him on. But this was the episode with the long-awaited guest. Congratulations to Jaskarn.
He made it through.
He finally showed up to Resonance, and
he made it.
a good day.